Hey everybody, Rodman here. So, when we last left off, I had a little bit of an expedition up north to harass some neighbors, but they very thoroughly won. Um, so right as we left off, we were trying to regroup and pull back to the base together, sort of consolidate forces. If you look at the history here of population, as you can see, that fight did not go my way. I lost a lot of bears and people, and yeah, it was panthers, etc. It was bad. It was real bad. Um, Raiding with tribal-only weapons um, is a little tricky. I will leave it at that. So we're picking up. It is the 3rd of spring. We are hoping, or at least I am hoping, to start bolstering our food. We have a raiding party out here. They are 3 days away. They have enough food to make the return trip, which is good. But it does make me consider how difficult it's going to be to fight some of these neighbors. They overwhelming numbers kind of don't work when they've got assault rifles and you know, much superior weapons like that. So I'll have to figure out a way. I mean, ultimately I have to ask myself, what is the end game goal of this tribe? Is it survival, or is it extincting all other non-tribals? I would say a bit of both, to be perfectly honest and fair. But I don't want to go headfirst into a giant raid and get demolished, because, you know, I don't have an infinite amount of tribe members. So I'm going to pick the speed up a little bit. So we lost the vast bulk of our animals. I think that's pretty safe to say. We took a lot of animals to war. Now the thing is, I think even if I was like breeding polar bears or grizzly bears and breeding panthers and wolves and wargs, they would have limited effectiveness against enemy raids. I mean, ultimately, part of the problem is the groups that I go against are armed to the teeth, because my tribe isn't poor. There's a considerable amount of wealth inside the tribe. And as a result, they're armed with pretty good armor and weapons, and it makes trying to cut through their armor very difficult, because, you know, you're leaving a lot to the luck of the random number generator of whether your weapons, you know, are effective against power armor. I mean, a bow against power armor, yeah, that's not really going to end well for me, like, ever, I don't think. So I'll just be taking care of the sort of the tasks in the base in, you know, for now, because I certainly don't have the numbers to go out fighting again. I could probably throw all 10 of my people into a raid, and all 10 of them would die. Or at least I'd have to retreat. Yeah, Dan, you're right. That is the caveat of extreme difficulty. I am on the hardest difficulty, limiting myself only to bows. To a certain point, there's only so much I can do without, you know, cheesing it. I mean, there might be ways to cheese it. Like if I zoned into a raid with a bunch of steel for building materials and, like, created a choke point or something. But even then, I don't know if I would even have enough time to do that before they got to me. You know, even that's pretty risky. And it's too bad you can't stealthily, you know, approach enemy bases, because if I could stealthily do it and set up defenses and set up, you know, pillboxes and things, it'd be doable. But all the raids I've done so far, they like immediately rush me, and that's not good. There's no victory in that. Now, I guess I could try to stock up on like shock lances and other one-use artifacts. There's an argument to be had that might actually allow me to win a fight or two. But that's kind of not tribal warfare. You know, that's a little, yeah, that kind of breaks the rules just a little bit. I'm not sure by how much. Maybe it doesn't matter. Looking at my history, looking at my wealth. Now, if I really wanted to drop some wealth, I could probably ditch this gold sculpture and tear up the silver tile and throw out a lot of the art. I'm not sure I want to do that. I kind of like the difficulty where it is. But that certainly would make my life a little easier. Garlic. Garlic the wolf. Last I checked, dogs and wolves are allergic to garlic. So it's kind of a funny name for an animal. Yeah, you're right. The last playthrough, the WOADs, the Van Sidium that I had, really kicked the wealth up. So did all the prosthetics and things. The thing is, those WOADs knew how to fight. Now, that playthrough, I haven't aired it all, so I don't want to spoil it, but that doesn't mean it necessarily ends well for me. Alright, so let's... Oh, we don't have any planters that can even grow that stuff. I think Viho can. Yeah, I'm not gonna desecrate the temple. I'm gonna leave the temple mostly alone. But I just gotta figure out how I'm going to approach fights in the future if I am to fight neighbors. I mean, there's another thing that I could do, which is try to like deck myself head to toe in masterwork Devilstrand. But even that is surely no surefire way to win the engagements. Those engagements are, well, they've been tough. It's been fun. I mean, I've pretty much gotten mechanoid fights down with bows. Obviously, I have probably close to 100 dead mechanoids here that I've massacred. Maybe there's actually a way... No, maybe not. I was curious if there was a way to figure out how many mechanoids I've destroyed. I could start counting them, but that would be boring. Alright, so I have no one that could do Devilstrand. Devilstrand is skill 10. What is my best grower here? 8? Oh, I'm close. Viho and the rest of them are getting back pretty quick. Quicker than I thought they'd be. I thought it said like... Oh no, maybe it said 3 days. It's been just about that. I am very, very excited, not to hype up Alpha 17 too much, but I am very excited to see what Alpha 17 has in store. One thing that I am curious about is how much of the sort of cheese tactics... Oh, okay. That sucks. How much of the cheese tactics are not going to work anymore? Like my sort of water kill windows. I have a feeling that Tynan and other developers are going to fix that, but I could be wrong. And I don't know for sure. Don't hit the warg. Alright, so everyone's back home. Viho can start growing. So I'm going to take him off of hunting. Oh, I don't want you harvesting the stupid trees. I want you planting Devilstrand. Not just one. Fine. He really wants to eat. I ain't gonna stop him. Alright, so this is annoying. They keep prioritizing the trees over the Devilstrand, so I'm just gonna straight up cancel the zone. I'll cut the trees down when I need them, but there we go. Now I'm getting the Devilstrand in the ground. I mean, Devilstrand's really the only real defense. As good as my bows can be, you know, the real threat is taking damage, not dealing damage. Now, another thing I have to realize is that a lot of people just lost their pets and friends and things. There was a lot of death in that last raid, so moods might be a little sour, but we'll see. I'll have to consider that. Luckily, this base is pretty built up to the point where, you know, as sour as someone might feel, it does make you happy pretty quick. Now, Nina, you weren't married, were you? Nope. Alright. An escape pod. Empath. Yeah, I'm just going to leave you there. People that don't fight are a real liability. Oh, nice. Some steel falling from the sky. I can always use steel. Massive alcohol tolerance? Yeah, I'm willing to agree with you. That Goody here, chemical interest. Yeah, it's funny that even chemical interest, not fascination, gets him to the point where he's killing himself. Yeah, I could strip him clothes to sell. Let's look at the gear. Only really a synthetic jacket. It's not the worst, obviously, but I've been wearing dusters. Oh, we got a grizzly bear. Very, very, ooh. Warg Revenge. Amy, why? Why? Okay, Amy's gonna need help from Viho Goody Peluso. Amy might not make it, and I don't even think Amy's on. To realize her character, having survived all sorts of hell, has perished at the hands of a warg. I guess that's sort of fitting, because she always tells me, oh, tame everything. Keep taming. It's like, Amy, I don't have the infrastructure to feed things. Alright, I'll send everyone back. Except for... Yeah, I should have sent animal protection out to guard Amy. But what's done is done. My best constructor is maybe Dan. So Chili, stop it. Have Dan build it. Let's see, friend and wife and colonist. That's a lot of negative 26. So you get to create your own sarcophagus for Amy here. At least you're not leaving her unburied. I know how to cheer you up. There we go. Make her into a hat? Nah, I don't think she'd want to be a hat. Something tells me. Alright, goody. Why are you doing nothing? Alright, so we have almost all the Devilstrand in the ground. Let's track Viho. Make sure he's doing Devilstrand. Just the Devilstrand. Sowing area? Yep, that's what I want. It's too bad certain fields can't have different priorities, kind of like storage areas. No, Viho, where are you going? Rest? You want rest? I don't have any wake up, do I? Alright. I was gonna have him take drugs, but... Let's see if I can't get you to work a little bit more. Nope, apparently not. Huh. Bunch of Viho's rivals died. Oh, right, they came home with a bunch of the berries. I forgot about that. So we're definitely going to have a lot of Pemmican. That is for sure. No shortage of the stuff. So looking at the world map. It's cool how you can see the day-night transition. Ooh, raid relationship. Alright, they look to be... Oh, I kind of have to... Alright, let's see. Any of them have bazookas or anything really bad? Grenades is kind of the worst. Okay, so animals. You're gonna go to the refuge. And... I don't think I have anyone outside. So this is a raid relationship, but I'm not going to try to figure out who's related to who. Oh yeah, blow each other up. That works for me. They are bypassing that security measure. Animals do not fight. Oh, are they just going to come in? Oh, you bitches. Yep, they're sapping their way in. Alright, let's slow it down. All I can really do is just line up a bunch of bowmen. But it looks like they're coming... I'm gonna peel some people off. It looks like they're coming through this hole here. That's one messed up bedroom. Oh, come on. What, the first major hit I have is on a teammate in their butt? There we go. Alright, we're gonna have to pull back here. It's too bad Ramanin's not still alive, because he was our meleeer. What? I can't use that corner? Come on. Nope. Right there. I don't like sappers. Have I said that before? Oh, you're setting stuff on fire? Come on, assholes. I really don't like how certain characters will, like, move at the speed of snail away from danger. Kind of bugs me a bit. Alright, Peluso. We will... Alright, they're going to try to capture Nanit. Oh, you're running the wrong way to do that, buddy. Well, that's easy. Alright, now they're just fleeing. So I'm going to try to cut them off and kill as many that I can. Alright, so we are bleeding out, but not so fast that it's unsalvageable. Also have to look for prisoners. Like Brawler Green Thumb, that's not bad. No, not prisoning you. Jealous Pyromaniac? Nope. No effing thank you. Alright, so let's see. Steadfast, okay. I will take you. Did I want Maxwell? I'll take Maxwell. I hear a lot of pounding on doors and stuff, but... Oh, it's down here, okay. Goody. Let's get you going down there. Chili, you're hurt, but not hurt enough to have you tap out. How fast are you dying? You got some time. My best medicine, Dan and Viho. Well, Viho, do it. Dan, I think I'm gonna have you round up those guys with Peluso and everyone else. And Chili too. Alright, they're through one set of doors. Sappy. Bloodlust, trigger happy? Yeah, why not? I got some fires raging that I have not been able to attend to. So hopefully now I can manage the fires. Well, that was an annoying raid. That looks about right. A lot of dead sappers, that's for sure. Alright, where is Dan? What was that? Hand Taylor. I don't even know what building this was. Or what workbench rather. I'll figure it out soon. Well, if that was Smithy. Stonecutter? Nope, wasn't the Stonecutter. Sculptor? Yeah, it was the Sculptor. Okay. Oh, Paulette's up. Yeah, that's not gonna fly. Look at how slow you are. Oops. Oh, there's something satisfying about that. Alright, that's one of our bows. Alright, 7 hours and 16 hours. Nope. Health. Low quality. Or I should say herbal. Well, everyone got a little hurt. But nobody died. How do I feel about the upcoming upgrades? I am very excited. I don't know how soon they're going to come. Maybe one of you guys knows, but last I checked, there was no real ETA on them. It was just they're here when they're here. But I am definitely excited about it. Alright, if you're on your feet, must be because you're all patched up. Yes, you are. Faye, you're patched. Get up. Chili's patched. How long have I been playing RimWorld? Ooh, I don't know. I'd have to check when I supported it. I started playing before it even hit Steam and went general release, so pretty long time now, but a few years, I guess. Like since 2013, 14. I think the end of 2000, early 2014 maybe. I haven't been playing it constantly since then, but I've certainly sunk my teeth into it. Alright, so you are all patched up. Yep. You're all patched up, but you can't walk. And you're all patched up. Alright, so everyone's patched. Am I out of herbal meds? Just possibly. Yeah, it hit Steam pretty late. I mean, the reason Tynan waited was he wanted it to be tip-top shape. And I've got to say, really, really early on, it was phenomenally fun, but it had bugs like you would not believe. So I understand why he waited. It was smart, because he probably made a lot more money. The trouble is, you release too early on Steam, and people will massacre it, you know, in the reviews, and you don't want that early on. That's really bad to have a game full of potential to get, you know, murdered on reviews. Plus, it was right in the era of a bunch of the develop and ditch for survival games. So you had like Towns and Space DF9, which are somewhat similar, and both of them, both of those games, the developers kind of pulled the plug a little too early. I got burned by both of them. I own both, and so there was a bit of, hey, like games with single developers, you know, they're risky to support, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. And seeing how Tynan used to work for AAA companies, I didn't have that fear with him, but there was definitely that generalized fear on the Steam community. And I still have it. You know, I buy a lot of alpha games, and some of them really don't pan out. Some of them do. So, for instance, I have like 4 hours of Oxygen Not Included, which is another Steam alpha game, but that's by Klee, who made Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together and all that. So I knew, oh yeah, this developer won't just take my money and run. So that does happen, and that it's pretty rotten when they do that. And sometimes for good reason. I mean, sometimes you go belly up and bankrupt, but that's, I guess, still no good reason for taking people's money, promising things that you never deliver on and then pulling the plug. Yeah. Well, even in Tynan's last announcement about the bugs here... Oh, I didn't even realize I had a prisoner up there. Yeah, let's fix that. Actually... Tynan said that there's a lot of like intricate complexities of this game, which there definitely are, and that as a result, a lot of bugs get sort of get through the cracks, I guess is the best way to put it. And you know, so he said that originally he said that Alpha 17 was going to be mostly a bug hunt, you know, to clean up all the bugs that they had lingering. But since obviously they have announced, you know, actual content that's going to be put into Alpha 17. But you know, anyone here that remembers Prison Architect made the same approach where they had something like 20 alphas or whatever, and 2 or 3 of those 20 alphas were just bug hunts, because a game like this, oh, Paulette's up again? Damn, lady, you gotta learn when to die. Alright, well, let's speed up this process. Good first shot there. Oh, and I don't think you're getting up from that. If you do, I might even capture you and patch you up, because you're like Dorian Gray, seemingly immortal. For the record, this is the 3rd time I've knocked her down. I think it's because she's like frail or whatever. That'd be my guess. Oh, she's not frail. Huh. Because a lot of other times, people who are older can suffer minor injuries, but, you know, get knocked down as a result. Because, you know, they're already somewhat compromised. Now I have to figure out who needs bows. You need a bow. Oh, you're on a psychotic break. You probably don't need a bow. Alright, Nina, you can equip that. Nana, you can equip this. I still have another bow. Maybe it's Dan's? I don't know. Alright, gonna speed time back up. And let's see. Green, Thumb, Brawler, Chat and Recruit. The chances of recruiting some of these guys are pretty slim. 99, 98, and 81. At least the 81 I can recruit with some reasonable success, but the 99 and 98, that's going to be a little tougher. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about colonists being able to heal themselves. Anyone that's seen my CI playthrough well knows that if I ever had suffered injury when I only had the one colonist, that's kind of a death blow. Like, it honestly could just be frostbite that gets infected and you die. So, self-heals is huge, if you ask me. Alright, so I have some securing of the base to do. So I have decided to do a, can you stop psychotically wondering? To do a extraordinarily hot desert playthrough next. I don't know if I'm going to have it be on permanent heatwave or not. Permanent heatwave might not be that fun. But, that's my plan, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know when I'm going to be able to start that playthrough. Hopefully soon. But it's going to go the same way as the ice one. You know, probably not streamed. Just because the added level of difficulty makes it really hard to have meaningful conversations when you're trying not to die of heat stroke every 10 seconds. Yeah, I promised some mods. The thing is... Oh, you observed a corpse? Really? One corpse pissed you off? So I tried the medieval mod, but it's not a full conversion mod. Now, I did read that you can turn it into a full conversion mod with a little bit of extra help from other mods. So I'd be really, really interested in that medieval mod, medieval times or whatever it's called. Save for the fact that, you know, it isn't a full conversion mod and pirates and other enemies would actually be using guns. Because then that would be very, very similar to this playthrough, where it's people with spears and bows against people with guns, which is, you know, I've done that. I looked into Mars X. Mars X I don't think is complete enough. It doesn't feel finished. It's sort of in progress. But then, of course, there's other games. I personally don't just play RimWorld. I play a lot of other games. Now, a lot of them aren't necessarily interesting to either stream or see playthroughs, either because they're linear games, so every playthrough looks the same, or, you know, they're too slow-paced or something like that. Like if I was trying to play Banished, you know, you might fall asleep at your computer because that game is slow. But recently, I guess I've been playing Overwatch. Now, I don't stream Overwatch just because, you know, I'm not in the top 2% or whatever. You know, I've been in Master, but I'm not a Grandmaster. And someone that's been in low Master is probably not that interesting to watch. Oh, yes, that's very good. Got some more steel. I have been playing Stellaris. I'm kind of hoping that they fix it. There's some bugs in the recent Banks patch that I've been sort of eager to sink my teeth into, and I've had one playthrough on it, but it was just too easy. You can sort of exploit the Unity system and make the game, like, unbelievably easy. Will I ever be doing Dwarf Fortress? I'm not going to say no, but I'm going to say it's unlikely, only because it's... oh, another raid. I clicked off of it a little quickly. Was it... animals... Okay, we need to just fall back. So about Dwarf Fortress, it is a, oh yeah, they're not even going to make it here. Okay. God bless Deadfalls. Did anyone even survive? Doesn't look like it. Oh man. Dwarf Fortress is really complicated and probably boring as hell to watch because it's slow. I can't say I know enough about it to definitively say yes or no. I might one day play it, but I don't know. I doubt if I'll ever stream it. I mean, watching people play ASCII games streamed, I don't know if there's really an audience for that. I could be wrong. But it is, for all intents and purposes, an ASCII game. Alright, so the animals are starving. So let's get them freed. I mean, this is sort of like a graphical DF Lite. And I like graphical DF Lite games. You know, I like games like this. I like Nemoria. I think Nemoria is a hell of a lot of fun. And I might stream a Nemoria. The problem with a lot of those graphical DF Lite games is all the playthroughs kind of feel the same. So you play one, you play them all. So like almost every playthrough that you'll ever play of Nemoria will be almost identical to other Nemoria playthroughs. Now I do play Rust, which is pretty similar to PlayerUnknown's Battleground, I would assume. I've seen a lot of people play it recently. I don't know, maybe I could stream it. The trouble is, I used to be really good at first-person shooters. Like legitimate, I would compete in esports in first-person shooters, and I'm not that good anymore. And I know it, which is why I'm hesitant streaming first-person shooters, just because I know I used to be good, but I'm not anymore, if that makes sense. I don't... I mean, I'm good enough to play it probably a high level. So like in Rust, you know, my kill-death ratios are pretty good. Like the last time I played Rust pretty seriously, I was on a server that tracked kill-death ratios, and I had like 160 something kills to like 1 or 2 deaths. But then I got banned because the admins thought, you know, oh, that's impossible. Like, you can't ever have that KDR. The reality was I had like 10 people with me, so I'd never die or get tapped out because I had too many allies. It wasn't me, it was a team effort, but, you know. But I could check out PlayerUnknown's Battleground, see if it's fun and worth playing. The trouble is, there's been so many clones of stuff like that, like H1Z1 and DayZ, Rust, that it seems I would say that Rust is the most popular of that sort of iteration of games, and that all the other games are sort of inferior copies of Rust. Now, I could be wrong, certainly, I could be wrong, but that I would say that's kind of my assessment of that genre. Although Ark is very, very fun. I used to play it. The trouble with those games, though, you spend... let's haul that. You spend the vast majority of your time collecting resources. Or not vast majority, but a pretty decent amount of your time collecting resources. So if I ever was to stream that, part of it is like, yeah, it's really interesting to stream, like, hey, this is how I'm building the base, but then I'm showing anyone that wants to raid me exactly how to raid me, right? I mean, that's problematic. And then if I didn't show my base design, then it's basically me just running around the wasteland, murking people, you know? And if I was doing that, I might as well be playing, like, Battlefield. Yeah, horror games are always fun. I sort of like the strategy games, but, you know, another issue is, like, for instance, Stellaris, because I love 4X games. You know, explore, expand, exploit, exterminate games. You know, they're some of my favorite genres, but the problem is, like, I am decent at them. Like, I'm good at RimWorld just because I've played so much, but, like, Stellaris, for instance, you know, even setting Stellaris on hard can give me a hard time if I have a bad start. You know, and there's still an insane difficulty. And I can't even imagine trying to play Stellaris on insane difficulty. But another one of the problems with that is, for games like, you know, let's take the classic 4X game, Civilization. The computers basically just cheat. Once you set it on harder difficulties, the computers are just cheating. They're not even like playing by the same rules you are. Anything higher than like, you know, anything higher than like halfway up the difficulty tree, and they're getting more money and resources than you are, just because they're cheating. I mean, it's a little, I guess, frustrating in that way. I want Dan to build that one. I guess at this point, I need some people cleaning. There's blood everywhere in this base. Yeah, I mean, I'll think about it. I used to play, well, there's a lot of 4X games I've played. Like Endless, Space, and, you know, games like that. Tips for bases on RimWorld. Sure, yeah, I could get into those. So the first one is to secure, well, let me think about that. So on this base, for instance, I have deadfall traps. So my entrance to the base for non-sappers is here. And the only way to get here is to travel through this set of deadfall traps, this set of deadfall traps, and if they spawn on this side of the map, they have to travel through this set or this set, which will thin out the crowd considerably. Now, of course, if they're sappers, that could be problematic. The last group of sappers didn't kill anyone. And in fact, I have 3 of them in my prison right now. But they destroyed a pretty considerable, sizable chunk of my base. Because sappers, you can't really account for like the direction they're going to attack you. They could break into any piece of your wall, that's tough. Now, as Dan said, deep into... So, another thing is, you know, you can use... A lot of people originally in RimWorld like to dig into mountains for protection, which is not necessarily... I'm not saying that's a bad idea. The problem with that idea is there is a mechanic now where really mean sort of... I don't know how to describe them, like giant spider things will spawn and totally mess your day up. So when I'm starting a new base, I'm thinking about security right from the get-go. So I'm thinking, you know, for instance, on this base, for them to reach the inner area of my base, they have to cut through 2 walls. If you look anywhere part of the space, like if you're coming from here and you want to sap in, there's 1 wall, 2 wall. That way, if I'm in here, I have a lot more reaction time to be able to deal with invaders rather than just having a single wall. So like double-walled, sort of vacuum sealed, I guess is a good way to put it. I find that to be a very useful tactic. And then I cheesed this kill zone, but that is another good thing to consider, is a cheesed kill zone. Now the way this is cheesed is enemies will walk in and they'll path here, and they'll know that they have to go all the way through this deadfall zone path to where I am, which allows my colonists that are standing here to just shoot at them freely. Maybe I'll have a raid where I can show you that in practice, but you know, I could turn this into a cheesed kill zone too, because there's water. Basically, it requires deep water to do it, and that might actually get patched out next patch. I'm not sure, but it's you know, it's possible. So turrets, I don't have, of course, any turrets on this playthrough. It's tribe technology only, but turrets are incredible. You know, I'll just throw it out there. Turrets are really, really, really powerful. So a lot of the times, what you're going to have is you're going to have a tight bottleneck that opens to a large room filled with turrets, and that's a pretty good way of killing people. So in my CI survival challenge, I think I had up to like 3 turrets, and that was enough to kill most of the invaders because I had such a low population. But that sort of, you know, bottleneck open idea is probably the strongest way to deal with them. Yeah, it's possible that Alpha 17 raiders are more intelligent. Now the thing is, Tynan historically has said, oh, I'm going to make them more intelligent. And they get moderately more intelligent, but to a point. You don't want... I mean, I'll put it this way. You wouldn't want raiders coming into your base through only your weak points all the time, because then there'd be no point in building up any other part of your base. You'd only... You know, you just have weak points. Yeah. Yeah, who knows what that has in store. I mean, I'm excited to see, but, you know, time will tell. Alright, so everyone has a bow. So I've got a 0.5% chance to recruit these guys. Buffy, I think, is slightly higher. What I'm really eager to see is, which should be easy to program in, is, okay, so more intelligent raiders would be nice, but more interesting bases. Bases that are varied and not just like stone and wood boxes. That would be very, very cool. If base raiding, we got, you know, players got to raid bases that were of similar complexity as player-built bases. Why am I taming that? What are you... Why... I am... What? Stop. Hunt it. Don't tame it. Oh, whatever. I hadn't queued that one to be tamed. That was strange. So the thing is, you can hide deadfall traps. There's a long history of people doing that in war, like covering bamboo spikes up with grasses and things like that, but you should never fall for the same trap twice. And I think that's the AI that they need to change. Is like each faction will fall for the same deadfall trap once, you know, because you can't presumably see it. But once you know there's deadfall traps, maybe they seek an alternative route, you know. But there is something to be said for, like, some games, the AI is omniscient. Like, they know... Like, I really don't like the games... like, imagine if this game was played where every single enemy knew exactly where you are at all times. They sort of do. Like, you can't hide. So if I had a raid and I put everyone into the stockpile room, they would know I'm in the stockpile room. So already the AI is a little omniscient, and that can make for some problematic playthroughs, because if you end up with, you know, if you improve the AI and you keep them, like, omniscient, then you just lose. Like, in every fight, you'll lose. And a lot of real-time strategy games are like that, where the... You know, and that's why games like StarCraft were so praised, because the AI doesn't have omniscient, perfect vision of you at all times. They have to, like, learn from themselves. But that makes programming AI a lot more difficult. So, if anything, I would say the AI should be smarter, but then they should lose God sight. You know, they shouldn't have perfect vision of everything. You know, that was one of the fun things in Prison Architect, is the patch in Prison Architect where they added it in so that if you wanted vision of a certain area, you'd need a CCTV camera, and you'd need a security officer manning the booth for that camera. Before that, you know, you could basically intervene in every single problem that your prison would have, because you could see it beforehand, and you know, you had perfect knowledge of everywhere in your prison. And then they patched that to the point where, you know, people can be smuggling in weapons, people could be fighting, and you wouldn't know about it. And that just made the game a lot more interesting. So my worry is that with all the AI improvements they make in a RimWorld, not taking away AI's ability to see everything perfectly could be very deeply problematic, to the point where the AI becomes unbeatable on challenging. Now, some things will always work. Like, if you have more guns and better armor, you're likely to win the fight. But, you know, there is a limit. I mean, clearly, it's been decades since computers are basically able to defeat humans at any game with a programmed set of rules. Like, humans will not be able to win chess against a computer ever really again, because computers are just better chess players than humans at this point. And my worry is that, you know, I have an addiction to playing games on their hardest difficulties, regardless of the game. Like, every game I've ever played, it's like hardest difficulty is exactly what I go after immediately. And if they made RimWorld too difficult, you know, that'd be problematic. However, I haven't really faced too many games where that has been true. I can't think of too many, at least, where the hardest difficulty was, like, too punishing. Some more cargo pods of milk. Well, that's a big fire. That's a big old fire. Well, I'm getting a lot of muffalos, which means if I ever wanted to go on a trade run, I could do it far more easily than before, because I have all these beasts of burden. It's funny to see all the animals swarm the grizzly right before I tame them. I learned my lesson with Amy. Make sure you have animal backup. Oh, there we go. Got another grizzly. Go ahead, eat that Easter bunny. So at this point, I have to probably figure out a way to go to war without having it cost me 6 lives, an arm, and a leg. Can colonists trigger deadfall traps? Yes, they can. They have a small percentage to do it, but they can, which is why if you look at my deadfall trap zone here, I've got a door here that allows them to bypass it. You know, and that's true everywhere. I have a door here that allows them to bypass it, and here, because if they're constantly running through deadfall traps, they will trigger them eventually, and it's not good when they do. You lose arms and legs and things. So if you look at this deadfall maze that I've made, every single deadfall trap in this maze can be rearmed without standing on another deadfall trap. And I did that so that there is never accidental triggering of deadfall traps. So pick any single deadfall trap in this entire maze, and you don't have to be standing on a neighboring deadfall to arm it. Now, whether the colonist actually chooses not to stand on them, that's a different issue. But generally speaking, colonists have been programmed in smart enough to not stand where they shouldn't. They're not perfect at it, but they're decent. Okay, so I've got 3 prisoners. Oh, but what I really want to sell to these guys is all the guns that I will never, ever, ever use. I could take the Insanity Lance. Could definitely sell the components. That's all they have? I guess so. Yeah, I'll take the Insanity Lance. Why not? And because I don't want a lot of silver in my base, I will buy up their herbal. Not the most fair trade, but I did that so that I don't have incredible colony wealth. So if I go to my history, my wealth didn't really drop that much. It's mostly been going up from items, and I haven't really gotten rid of those items. What items? This stuff? This stuff is junk. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out a trade run. Let's see, who can I spare? Viho, Chile, Nina, and all the Muffalo, I guess. To go sell stuff that I don't need any longer. So, just because, you know, I have too much stuff accumulating in the base. A lot of leathers and cloths and stuff. I guess I'll keep the Thrumbo. Uranium, silver. A lot of the stuff I might just abandon out there. I'm gonna keep the Gladius and the Spear though. Alright, there we go. And I'm even gonna bring the gold. Oh, yeah, I need food. Mortar shells, yeah, I don't need them, but I want them. And the reason for it is I can put them next to... oh, what are you, binging? I can put them next to mechanoids and sort of blow up the mechanoids very manually that way. But I certainly don't need them. Oh right, Conan has like no pause. I forgot about that. So this should drop my wealth considerably. I just loaded up almost everything of value. Yeah, shells are good for spaceships. That's pretty much why I grabbed them. I wish I could show off this kill zone, but nothing really seems to be raiding me from that direction. Another AI improvement I'd really like to be made is an ability to like sort of pause. What the hell? Oh, heat stroke. Jesus. Why is it so hot? Alright, well that's an emergency. Let's fix that. Wasn't paying close enough attention. Because Dahlia is not wearing a duster, she's more susceptible to it than the others. It'd be wonderful if everyone wasn't going on psychotic breaks while I'm trying to do this. Why do you keep... Stop. I tell you to work on it. Work on it. It keeps, like, turning around. There we go. Bringing that heat down. All the more reason to get dusters. I think also wearing a toque is not helping here. Oh, Maxwell. Oh, that's prisoners. Alright, it's cool enough in there. These strokes going up or down? I don't know. Maybe I'll throw another passive cooler. It's not like I don't have a lack of wood. I got plenty of wood. Got over 2K. Alright, so Sirius, yeah, it's going down now. Good. Oh, come on. Alright, the wolf just had a heart attack. I guess it's an older wolf. Viho. Goody. Stop. Viho, you do it. With medicine. And more cargo pods. Wow, there's a lot happening all at once. Cadence. Where are you? Here you are. Oh, Cadence died because of a heart attack. A vegan pacifist round? That'd be pretty cool. I don't know how... I mean... Does that mean turrets do the work for me? I don't know. Yeah, the temperature in my storage is terrible. Oh, they're beating each other up. New lovers, Faye and Goody. Okay. That's cool. Running away from every raid? That'd be pretty difficult, considering sometimes they can drop pod on your head. There's no running away from that. And these idiots need to just join. That mood's not helping. Oh, because you're in wake-up withdrawal. Jesus. That'll do it. The easiest one to recruit's in, like, deep, deep withdrawals. Alright, so how much Devilstrand do I have? I have enough for a duster, maybe? Yeah, I have enough for a duster. Who's my tailor? I don't have a tailor, do I? Did I leave with the tailor? I don't know. I think Chili was the tailor. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. So I'll just have to wait on that Devilstrand duster, I suppose. Like how the grizzly bear is like sleeping on a dead wolf. Because that's not dark. So how are we doing? We have the trade convoy out. We have repaired most of the base that had problems. We have a pretty good surplus of food, although we could definitely refuel these stoves and get back. Alright, let's see. Trade. They ran into some trade. Come on, sell me chickens. I don't want iguanas. You know, I might just trade with this guy. Obviously, not going to make a profit here, but that way I'm not out of the base for too long. Plasteel, huh? Well, I have a lot of beer. Man, they're willing to buy everything. Just about everything. I mean, not the melee weapons, but I can ditch those somehow. What can I buy from you? Here, Pemmican. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. 400. 420, okay. And now, let's ditch. This should be faster. I wish this was faster. So I'm coming back with a fair amount of food and medicine, beer, you know, the good stuff. And I didn't have to walk all the way there. That wasn't a lot of jade. Maybe next time I'll buy more. That was like 11 jade or something like that. Nutty the Wolf. Nice. Certainly getting a lot of taming done. And yeah, here's that drop of wealth, selling all that stuff, getting it out of the base. That'll be helpful. Who's making that? Jones? I don't have a Jones. Jones is dead. That's funny. It's like duster in progress from a dead person. Yeah, we're getting the animals trained. I mean, the beauty is she's 17 out of 20 burning passion, so she trains them pretty quick. It's probably my best attack tool, to be honest, is just murder them with animals. Send floods animals to take the shots. Alright, caravan has arrived. So I do have a tailor. It is chilly, as I had thought. Yeah, it's been a while. My last stream was, I think, exactly a month ago. It's been too long. It's a lot of beer. Where's that other muffalo? Maybe it was just all stacked up on 2 muffalo. Okay. Let's get them trained. I have 500 beer? Holy crap. How long do I stream for? This one maybe about 2-ish hours or so. I mean, often the streams are about 3, but I don't have infinite time today, sadly. So we need another toque. We need at least 1 duster as well. I don't know if I have the materials for a toque. Uh-oh. Not this again. Alright, before this ever gets worse. Oh no, Goody is an animal trainer. Why are there so many centipedes? Because I've killed so many centipedes. Oh, Dahlia, you don't even have... Come on, Goody. Nope, stop. Get back here. Animals, I've released you. There we go. Now they're getting involved. Okay. Well, that's not so bad. Yeah, all of these centipedes have been mechanoid raids on me, and I'm keeping them for, let's just say, ceremonial purposes. Alright, Chili, stop being lazy. I can't do anything with the robots. There's nothing a tribe can do other than try to burn them, I guess. Because basically the whole idea behind this playthrough is I don't research electricity, which means I don't get machining or, you know, any of the other things necessary to be able to deal with those robots. So they're just hunks of potential metal to me. Yeah, and that's kind of the fun thing about this playthrough is never having equipped a firearm, bows and spears and things only. Just burn them? Well, they don't have a lot of wealth. They're ugly and they don't provide I think any wealth for that matter. So they're just sort of trophies. Yeah, I'm not getting off this planet. I mean, I could go to the AI wherever it is. I don't even know where the AI was like, hey, come to me, I'll take you off this planet, somewhere in this jumble of nonsense. But that wasn't the plan. The plan was to try to murder every non-tribe left on the planet. But being restricted to tribe weapons, that's never going to happen, but I'm going to try anyway. It's the purple flag? Yeah, I don't even know where it is. Oh, there it is. Way up there. Journey destination. Well, that is about as far as you can get. Oh, Goody's alcohol tolerance is going down. At least that part's good. We no longer have these heat strokes, so I can just destroy the, oops, not that. Destroy the coolers, so they're not replenishing them. Yeah, it's usually on the other side of where you are, but It's also restricted so that you don't have to cross, and you generally don't have to cross any bodies of water to get to it. So if you picked a really, really, really small island to live on, generally it will still be on the island. Now, I could be wrong about that, but that's kind of what I've seen. Because it wouldn't be fair. Like, imagine if your drop pods couldn't get you off your island, but the journey destination was off the island. Like, it would be impossible to ever get there, because you can't cross water. So, got another grizzly. Starting to get a lot of grizzlies here. Yeah, I'm not even using gunpowder. Like, hypothetically, what would be okay is... Did I just get another grizzly? Holy cow. You know, anything I salvaged or scavenged for. But I'm not even doing that much. I'm just not using any firearms whatsoever for added challenge. With that said, great bows are pretty comparable to survival rifles. So I'm not in that much of a disadvantage there. It's more of a disadvantage when they have missile launchers and charge rifles and things like that, and assault rifles and sniper rifles. Especially sniper rifles. Sniper rifles are really powerful due to the range you can get on them. A boat would be very, very cool. Now, I'm not sure what kind of encounters you'd ever have on a boat, but it would certainly be cool. Alright, we almost have that duster. Early summer and we have a lot of crops in the ground. It's always good news. Our herbal medicine, thanks to trading, has stayed up. Oh, come on, Chili. 12 work left. You're going to take a snack break? Sweet. Now I'm going to make Viho wear that one. Dahlia can wear the normal one. The normal, soon-to-rip one. I guess I should check all of my colonists for what I need. So Viho needs pants. I could already tell. You need a shirt. I've had a lot of clothing tear and rip and get worn out due to all the fights I've been in. I have a lot of idle colonists too. Well, Dolly, if you're idle, you can go tame that. And this. Do I want a cougar? I don't know. I don't think so. Big cats don't haul. Yeah, you heard me. I just said, more or less, I said dogs are better than cats. Cats are more violent. Better hunters. Sad wonder. Yeah, I've been on this planet a while now. Haven't gotten a whole lot of work done, though, unfortunately. Mostly due to the fact that tribe only is pretty restricting. Psychic wave of angry raccoons. Okay. Whatever. Doesn't really affect me one way or another. Oh, it's affecting Dahlia pretty good. She needs to equip her bow back. Okay, so who's in the area? All of her animals are in the area, but they don't want to help. They want her death by 1,000 cuts. Okay, fine. Goody, where are you that you're running from something? Oh, okay. Alright, a little bit of rescue party. I don't take too kindly by death by raccoon, so go help Dahlia out. was simple. How's Goody faring? Oh, it's dead. Okay. I don't really appreciate how all these animals really did not even lift a finger to come to the aid of Dahlia there. She's like being eaten by three or four raccoons, I think it was, and they just stood there gawking. They're like, hey, look at our master. Yeah, she's dying. Well, thanks, guys. Alright, first off, before you go to bed, let's put the bow on you. And then rest up so don't get infected. Raccoon hats. Oh, there's still more raccoons. Come on, raccoon. Get messed up by a muffalo. Alright, so I think the only people... No, I have other doctors. Peluso. Oh, alright. Goody's already queued up to do it. That'll work. Do I have pets? You mean in real life? Because obviously I have pets in this game. Extreme break risk of... Oh, yeah, because you just broke. Don't be silly. Take care of yourself. Peluso. Patching everyone up. Did you skip Viho? You did. Oh, alright, you're already tending to him. But you're tending to him with better medicine than he deserves. Alright, so everyone's patched up. Dahlia's starving. Dahlia's now eating. Dan, you're still sad about your wife dying. Even though you dislike women. Confusing. Yeah, I have no idea. Dan, my friend, you are a complicated little fella. All your rivals died. A lot of them. Wow, Dan, you really hate everyone. I didn't realize it. These are only 5x5, they're small. Originally I didn't really have the real estate to make them proper size, but at least they're nice. They're luxuriously comfortable and very impressive. Most of them are. I mean, some of them obviously aren't. Do I still have my artist? Yeah. Dan, you're the artist, aren't you? Let's do a grand sculpture of... Your pick a stone. Actually, probably just marble. Let's fix that. Just marble blocks. Man, everything's after Goody. Goody don't get a break. I mean, if you're a beginner, you're going to be looking at barracks, not bedrooms. Now, a 2x1 bedroom often is better than a barracks because being disturbed in your sleep is annoying. So if you look at my CI survival playthrough, you'll see what just a simple 2x1 can do. What's a good size room? Well, it depends. So if I go into not that tab, this tab, you can see size. So space, average sized, you know, whereas these are somewhat spacious, you know, and then very spacious. So once you hit very spacious, it doesn't really matter at that point how big a room is. Like, that's the max. But it really depends. There is no Like 7x7 is a pretty generous room, but it's not necessary unless you're having a lot of mood problems. In fact, you know, you could theoretically put everyone in just one giant barracks as long as you're managing to keep them happy somehow else, you know, with alcohol or drugs or recreation or something like that. But I usually put my people in 5x5s. Bigger is better than a 5x5, but 5x5s are like affordable because 4x4s are a little too small. They can be cramped, especially if you put objects in them. 5x5s will rarely be cramped. So if I look at this, they don't, you know, these are rather tight because they have the big statues in them. But the 5x5s are average sized. Now, even though it's rather tight, if you look at this, they have very impressive bedrooms anyway, so that will cause the space not to go up, but at least the beauty will. And then once they're running around the rest of the base with the bigger rooms, their space goes up. Basically, fundamentally, you need to consider all three of these. So beds should be very comfortable, which is probably the most important part. Also I don't have it in here because I'm lazy, but putting chairs in front of crafting stations, especially the crafting stations that take a while, help raise comfort. So you have to think, oh, how are my colonists on a daily basis going to become comfortable? And usually that means a nice bed and chairs at crafting stations. Then beauty. How am I going to get my daily beauty? Now you can either get it from a really nice looking bedroom, or you could put it, have really nice looking rec rooms. So this is a very impressive rec room. This is a very impressive kitchen. That helps with the beauty. And then the last is space. So if you have all cramped quarters, their space is going to be bad. But once all beauty, comfort, and space are really high, you start to gain moods because of it. So, for instance, Peluso here has a lot. Like, let's look at all these modifiers. Extremely comfortable is from the bedroom. Dining room and bedroom, impressive. 5 each. That's because I have an impressive dining room and bedroom. Spacious interior, because she's in a big room right now. Pleasant environment, because I guess this room's pleasant. I don't really understand that. Unfortunately, they're hot, but if I put them in here, the trouble is you can't like force them to use their rec room. So it's more important to have a nice dining room because you're always dining. Whereas you can't, you know, rec rooms are far less important as a result. But like Goody here, for instance, is now using the rec room. So you have spacious interior of the rec room, and then you have, once they're done, they'll have the bonus of very impressive rec room. There it is. So that's sort of drilling down into sort of more finite detail, but thinking about how each and every one of your colonists will get parts of all three stats on a daily basis is, I would say, important. No, I don't think you're my warden. It's probably part of the reason I haven't been recruiting very well. Because I've had the wrong wardens at the job. So let's take a minute and look at this. Look at the work priorities, make sure there's nothing stupid here. $10, $12. Okay, Dan, you're not the best constructor anymore. Grow. Plant cut, mine. Alright, that looks reasonable. And then what I'm going to do is set some to haul, some to clean. Just arbitrarily. Ideally, I'd set the faster pawns to haul, but I'm not gonna bother drilling down. Is it normal for huskies to get drunk? Yeah, if you have your animals unrestricted so they can free roam everywhere around the base, they will often drink beer. If you don't want them to do that, just create an animal zone that disallows them from entering. So let's fix this actually. Free roam. There. Now, when my animals are free roaming, they're not allowed in this room, so they won't be drinking beer unless it's my one wolf that's unrestricted. Thanks for watching, Roland. Thanks for stopping in. If you look, for instance, I have this Labrador Retriever here. It's unrestricted in movement because it will haul. None of my other animals will haul. None of them are trained to do it. But Hugo is totally unrestricted and free to move about the entire map because he'll, haul for me. Now I could hypothetically restrict Hugo to only be able to haul into this stockpile, but this stockpile doesn't contain everything. So if Hugo's hauling, let's say, Pemmican, I only want Pemmican in this stockpile, so that's why I have him unrestricted, so that he can actually put it there. And then another problem I'm going to have is if my animals can't find something to eat on their own, they no longer have access to this Pemmican here, which could hypothetically or theoretically starve them out. But it would say animal starvation on the right, so I would see it. I'd get a nice warning about it beforehand. Dahlia, you are idle because everything I wanted you to tame has been tamed too recently. So there's a few more bears out there, and I wouldn't mind a few. There's like 3 more grizzly bears. A few episodes ago, I had an episode where like everyone died from grizzly bears. It was pretty sad. I lost like 2 or 3 people from bears. Just made me a little wary of having too many bears around my base. But I've been mostly taming them, so that's been good. Wealth buildings. I wonder what that building was. Probably my temple. That'd be my guess. That's when I built that little temple area. Yeah, it is a bit of European-friendly stream. I'll stream at night as well, just not today. Yeah, I'm curious if there's anyone that wants to see other games streamed. So far, it's mostly just been RimWorld. Alright, so at this point, we're coming up midsummer. The trouble is, I don't think I could honestly survive a raid unless all the enemies were like really poorly equipped. Because I want to do something. I'm actually surprised that I haven't been raided myself. But I guess right now is the midsummer harvest, so I need all hands on deck for that. I'll also order them to trim some of these trees. It's actually, if you're new, it's pretty useful to trim trees around your base because trees around your base will give enemies cover for when they're attacking you, and also will make any forest fires a lot harder to fight because fires will burn through grass pretty quickly, but then will take their time burning trees, and that makes it harder to beat up. The rating is for roleplay, so the idea, I think it's in the description, is this tribe is all that remains of a decimated culture because of all the foreign invaders that have taken over this planet. Foreign invaders being everything but yellow. Yellow are other tribe members, so I'm good with them. So I would like to raid. The issue is it really viable because of how difficult. I'm on Cassandra Classic Extreme, using only tribal weapons, so it isn't the easiest thing to do. Now I have managed to raid, I think, one other area. Thinking about making a vegan pacifist run? Hey, maybe my desert playthrough I will. Maybe not pacifist, but I could do vegetarian, because in a desert playthrough there's not going to be a lot of meat anyway. And any meat that there is will probably spoil pretty quickly, unless I can manage to cool it off. So, that's a thought. Oh goody, I don't like you doing that. On your own. Alright, let's take Goody off of handling for now. Our food stockpiles are still pretty good, but I'd like to shore them up a little bit more before winter. But there's so many of these, like... Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and clear out these boomalopes and clear out a lot of these small ground creatures, because these small ground creatures are filling up this area. Yeah, these streams will be left online. So if you look at the playlist, Echo Wolf Tribe, the other 12 episodes are still up there, and this one, once I'm done streaming, will take a few hours to process. That's just because YouTube needs to process it. But then I'll leave it up. The stream, The Woad Warriors, was a stream that I'm cutting into shorter episodes to be more manageable, but I'm not going to do that for these. These are going to be up online. Now, when I start doing the desert survival is, there'll be episodes, not streams. But I am looking to stream other things because at this point, I'm glad it started raining. At this point, I've pretty much proven that I can survive long term as a tribe and fight anything that comes my way. I think the proof of that is the 100 or so dead mechanoids here, and the I don't even know how many other raiders I've killed at this point. 1,000 probably. I mean, maybe not 1,000, but hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Woad Warriors. I'm at episode 91, and I think there's probably going to be about 100, 105 of them or so. So there's maybe like 10 or 15 left. There's, let's see. I could try to look it up real quick. Yeah, there's maybe like 6 or 8 hours left of that or so. Maybe not even. There might be only like 4.5 hours left. And once I'm done with that, I can certainly start uploading episodes of stupidly hot desert survival. That should be interesting. Hugo, did you just drink? Yes, you did. Drunk dog. Alright. Well, that's what you want. Something I haven't done yet in this playthrough, which I could consider, is drug cultivation. I haven't really planted any drugs, just Devilstrand and the like. It wouldn't be the worst idea, especially if I had time to turn this entire area into like Devilstrand, or even better yet, this area up here, because it's fertile. You know, let's see. I don't have a lot of granite blocks, but that might be a little project to do. Just because I have a lot of manpower, but they're not really war ready. So this gives me something to do while I wait for them to become war ready. It's a little hard to see what's fertile and what's not here. I guess I could wait till it's morning or midday. But also probably means I need to start... Oh, I already have cutting blocks. Craft. I'll get Peluso to start making granite blocks. Why drugs then? Well, for performance. You know, if I had wake up, go juice, things like that. How bad can addictions get? Well, Luciferium addiction is fatal. You will 100% always die once you're addicted to Luciferium if you don't get more. So I would say that's a pretty bad addiction. On the scale of bad addictions, that's like horrible. That's like a fentanyl addiction in real life, something like that. But usually it's not too bad. No, this has no mods. I'm not playing any mods on this playthrough, which certainly adds some interesting dynamics. Because if I had like the medieval mod, I'd certainly have better weapons. God knows that tribal weapons suck. Being stuck with bows and bows only doesn't make it easy. I'd long for a trebuchet. I don't know if I'm ever going to use this area. Like you said, I'm avoiding money, so what good is drugs? Now, if I had a very modest amount of drugs, not like a giant pile, just for performance enhancers for raids and things. That's sort of the idea behind this. Alright, there we go. Plus, it's, this is, an area I can dip into in case of danger, you know, because it's walled off. So there is that advantage. And it gets my miners mining, I guess. I mean, there is something to be said for people that have passions in certain things. Like, for instance, Goody here is a miner, so they get joy out of mining. So, unless you have construction, you know, if you have a miner that is never mining, but they have a bad mood, sometimes it's useful just to, like, make them mine a little. You know, even if it's somewhat pointless, because their mood will improve, which is, worth it. I did a lot of that in my CI survival. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's fine. They're good. In my CI survival, a lot of the times, when mood was bad, I'd have, what's-her-name research, so that she gained mood. Rich Explorer for Desert Survival? Probably something like that, yeah. Alright, so I don't really want a roof here. That will sort of defeat the purpose of this being a farm. A very oddly shaped farm, I'd add. Oop, that's fertile. How old am I? Take some guesses. I am not that young, but not that old, somewhere in between. Hey, how you guys doing? It's good to see old faces. Or, not faces, but names, I guess. Oh, that is an angry grizzly. What pissed it off? I'm not even sure. Yeah, you guys are pretty close. Stay Puffed Muffin is, and Allison, you're right there. I'm still 30. We'll be 31 soon. Architect, you are old, but you're being chased, so why not? Maestro the architect. Careful shooter. Won't do dumb labor. Let's look at your work. If you're an architect, you can't really construct very well, though. Interesting. You can cook, though. And you can do art. Not as well as Dan here. Well, you don't do a whole lot, but that's alright. You'll grow. Ooh. I really should get back to making the clothing that I said I would. Are you being chased by a bear? Yes, you are. Okay, time to run, Maestro. Like, run real fast, as hard as you can. And Dahlia's mother is here to chase him down. Alright, are there any really bad weapons that they have? No, they don't have any explosive things. Maybe this bear. Actually, that bear is gonna get murdered by that. Okay, so Maestro. Now I want all animals to go to the refuge. How often do I stream? I don't stream as often as I'd like. My last stream was honestly a month ago. I aim to stream a bit more than that, though. Monthly is not my desire. Alright, let's see what I need to do. Are they going to turn around? Nope, they're still coming. Alright, all hands on deck. Slow time down a little. Don't break my doors! Oh, they're already fleeing. Okay. Well, that was easy. See if there's any survivors. There's definitely drugs and weapons out there. Alright, there are a few people I can kill. I don't want them breaking my doors down, so... Ah, broke some doors. So when you say halfway to 30, does that mean 15 or does that mean 29.5? Because it could be interpreted as both. Oh wow, you're incapable of like everything. Alright, I'll just leave her there. Alright, so that is... Ooh, a social fight. Good old social fight. So I was in the process of cleaning up this area, allowing all the junk. Speed time back up. Oh, I don't... Oh, Jesus. Alright, so... Let's put this fire out. This grizzly bear took a bit of heat. What even got set on fire? I think it was a boom rat or something? You know, on second thought, as long as these animals will clear out of there, I probably don't need to put that fire out. I can just ignore it. So animals, you're all going to be moved. Yep. And now you can free roam. see if that grizzly bear can avoid getting caught up in the forest fire. Probably. Alright, so Maestro, you need a ranged weapon. Fred Maestro. Or Mastro. I guess it's not Maestro. But you know what? You're now Maestro. You're Maestro the Mastro. Well, I have a lot of Pemmican, don't I? Some tribe you were in, you had like everyone was your rival. Whoops. There we go. Alright, so there's some rearming I have to do, but other than that, it's good. We're back in business. Gonna fill up the area with dead people. Wow, that wasn't a little social fight. They beat each other to hell. That's funny. Alright, so how much steel? We have a decent amount of steel. Not enough to go hog wild and waste it, but a decent amount to replace doors and the like. I've been cranking out bows, trying to get higher quality bows out of Chili. Chili's been refusing to do that because he wants to build walls. I guess I can take Chili off of construct for now. Put him on crafting, tailoring. Pregnant grizzly bear, right. Like Riddick, yeah. Have to hide in the shadows. Yeah, they're talking about how hot a desert can get. We'll see. I don't know how hot a desert sea can get. I can, like I did in my sea ice survival challenge, hack it in so that it's permanent heat wave. That gets it a little hotter. Yeah, that was really honestly the hardest part of my sea ice survival was everyone refused to trade with me because it was too cold for them to ever visit. So I was permanently in a state of being undersupplied because I couldn't ever use my comm beacon. I could use it, you know, when ships were passing overhead, but I couldn't trade with neighbors or anything. And they'd never visit me. It was a lonely life. Okay, I have 4K Pemmican? Jesus. Yeah, that's what I read too. Ceiling has collapsed. I was like, what? Ceilings don't collapse due to extreme exhaustion. That's why I was curious and had to click it. Alright, so we're getting some rearmed. Let's see if Faye walks over. Yeah, see how Faye didn't even walk over this deadfall trap to rearm it? It's how I like it built. Of course, they're arming it under each other's feet. I think I need to, yeah, I need to burn some bodies. Alright, Maestro, you're the new one here. All these assholes were chasing you to come kill you or something, so you get the honor of burning the bodies. Only fair, right? It's probably enough. Superior bow. I like the sounds of that. Well, there goes those bodies. Oh, well, I had a tree problem here, but I won't anymore. Thanks to alpha beavers. Yeah, very efficient burial. Now, something to be said, I've had a playthrough where I kind of didn't bury anyone. I, like, stockpiled them, and it crashed the memory of RimWorld, which is being patched in next patch. But that's something to be considerate of if your data file gets too bloated and corrupt. The same could happen to you. Oh, yep. You're right. Who called that? One of you called that. But yeah, his liver's cooked. Stories on some of the sculptures. They're mostly about how people die, honestly. They're pretty much exclusively about how people die. Dan Simmon, okay, that doesn't make sense. Hey, combat supplier of my neighbor. Alright, Dan. Dan, you're bald. I didn't realize you were bald. Wow, they potted. Dumb liver, violent cleaning. Wow, you don't do anything. So screw you, lady. Cannibalistic psychopaths are actually really, really easy. Like that's some of the simplest playthrough you could have. Just because nothing really poses a threat to you when eat them all. All right. Can't afford that, but I can afford this. Alright, so the animals are not on lockdown. Okay, good. Yeah, I got that same problem here, so I know exactly how you feel. They cooked their own liver. Alright, let's suspend the great bows. I don't think he's been making any good ones. Oh no, there's a good one. Does anyone have a normal one that needs a upgrade? Yes. Do I have other bows? Nope. Because I kind of want to get the toques made for some head cover. Yeah, it's pretty cool that people have been subscribing. I'm certainly not going to complain. I'll just keep creating content. It's what I do. Alright, so you've made toques. Also want to make a cowboy hat, a new one for Dan. Is this set to Devilstrand only? Yes, it is. Well, that cowboy hat's going to take a while. So I haven't harvested the Devilstrand, and I'm not going to until it's late fall. You're about to die. What about your gear? Oh, you have good gear. Sorry, you're going to die naked. Naked and afraid. Yeah, I'm playing as tribe only, so I'm not researching electricity. I'm stuck at this tech level. Alright, so let's do a quick inventory of... Okay, I need a shirt here. Bad animals. A local rat. Oh, that's dangerous. Psychic ship. There we go. Now we're talking. What do I have? I have a lot of limestone blocks. Faster than Jogger for perks? No, Jogger's the only thing that speeds you up. But you could be a jogger with, you know, prosthetics. That gets you faster. So a jogger with like 2 bionic legs is as fast as you can get in vanilla. Oh, plus some drugs. You could be high on some drugs. Some drugs, like Go Juice, makes you faster, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Okay, so we're tattered here. Just drop the cowboy hat. I have never tried building a colony with 13 by 13 squares that forms a matrix now. Never even tried anything like that. Alright, Dahlia. I'm gonna send you in. Let's get all the animals stashed away. I guess I should prep everyone. Well, I have a little bit more time. Oh, she's gonna freak out, isn't she? I should have picked someone that was more of sound mind. So I'm gonna have her flee real quick. 'Cause she's not mentally stable. Nanette, you get to do it. Oh. That was good timing. I had a feeling that Dahlia was not going to stay unpsycho. I know that's not a word, but bear with me. Brought her back in the nick of time, because she really would have killed herself, I'm pretty sure. Nan it down. Come on, Nina. There we go. I want to bring the bows out from cover. Alright, so I have to get back to that. I have to pick a good time to do it. Alright, Nina, you're good at meleeing, so let's slap Plasteel Spear on you. Haha, made you shoot your own ship. Alright, Dan, are you patched? Nope. No, you are. Those are scars. So once this hits 50%, they're going to come from a base. There we go. I'm just going to tuck and hide. Bring everyone I can to my kill room. Which way are you going? What the hell are you doing? You're all sorts of drunk. They're going to break some of my doors. Because they're assholes. Great. You picked an awkward... No, don't shoot him. Awkward time to go berserk. Alright. You're dead. The other ciphers are dead, so all that's left is centipedes. I believe. Don't step out there. That'd be dumb. Don't be dumb. Man, this is... It's working, but boy, was this ever messy. Alright, so there's 3 centipedes left. Can you really please stop doing that? You're a jerk. Alright, I'm gonna break your ship because you're such a jerk. Alright, so... This centipede is now... Nana, you need a bow. Does that mean Dahlia? Nope, Dahlia's still not upright. Dahlia's upright. Dahlia, you need a bow. I'm gonna spread them out a little bit so there's no or little chance of friendly fire. That centipede's about to die. Their ship's about to go down. Bye-bye, ship. Probably don't need the manpower, so I'm just gonna have them rest until they're healed. Oop, that doesn't sound right. Nina. I meant for you to enter this way, but oh well. Dahlia's hiding in a room. Colonist needs treatment. Who does it? Dan needs treatment. Dan. I'm definitely going to consider desert. It's pretty much a sealed deal, I'd say. Alright, so before I forget, I do have some broken things here that I want to replace. Viho. Let's go patch Dan up. And Chili, I guess. Why not? Speed time up. There goes one. Oh, you sneaky little bastard. Where are you going? Can't get in my base any other way. What a dumb wall to attack. What is that going to accomplish? These centipedes are stupid. Where are you going? You're attacking a door all the way out there? What door? This door? Oh, I don't know. I'm about to kite these guys because they're taking their sweet time. Alright, so let's check you guys out. You're all healed. Alright, at least this centipede is coming. This one's a moron. Deciding to go the wrong way. Down goes another. Now there's only one left. Yep. Couldn't make it in time. What are you gonna just break all my doors? Man, this robot sucks. Come on. I'm luring you. I actually left the safety of my kill window. Oh, and you're still running. Alright, new guy. Let's see what you're made out of. It's kind of funny. He's what, a careful shooter? Yeah. Far less likely to miss. Okay, so I'm dragging him back here. So let's see. I'll sort of set up a bow ambush. I mean, if I was playing it smart, I'd just wait until he came around my kill window again. Maybe that's what I'll do, because this is time consuming. It's funny how that raid that went bad has had so many rippling effects because of people dead and the like. You know, as a result, I've ended up having a lot of bad, foul moods recently. Granite chest table. Okay, so he's coming around the kill window now. Here we go, filling up the robot zone a little bit more. Don't go that way. So I have a 2.5% chance to recruit. It's not terrible. They're almost over their wake-up addiction, so they'll be a lot easier to recruit soon. Animal starvation. Oh, alright. Yeah. That will get you fed. No! Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I hope I just get knocked out. Yep, perfect. Let's forcibly close these doors so they're not open. little bit of trickery here. Yep. Oh, you shot me through a wall. I call bullshit. Not that it matters, I'm fine. There's a little bit of trickery. A nice little juke. Damn it, I just used high quality. Didn't catch that in time. Alright, now the few of you who are still on your feet and not trying to murder one another, get to the window and finish the last one. And that, my friends, is how you unbelievably inefficiently murder centipedes. That took days. That's okay. Could be worse. Could have had deaths or something. Minimal damage. That's good. Leave that core out there. I don't want it. Got no use for it. Yeah, I think alpacas are supposed to be caravan animals next patch. I think you're right about that. I mean, it makes sense. You've got muffalo for cold and camel for warm. What about for temperate, you know? Buffaloes don't really belong in temperate, and camels don't either. So you've got your... What are your temperate, you know, haulers? It's kind of a weird way to think about it, but it's the way I would. Alright, animals, you are all free roaming now. And... Nope, Conan. Give Dahlia some protection. Alright, make sure everyone has a bow, because I had a lot of people get incapacitated there. Everyone's got bows. One and a 1.5% chance, that's better. It's getting better. Marriage is on. Marriage, fan goody. Alright. Well, at least that's good news. People will attend and get happy or something. I don't know. I think that's what's supposed to happen. Warg. Not Conan. Wow, Conan is winning. Just to preface, Conan is like the most crippled panther ever. Missing 3 paws, a tail, an ear, and mostly an eye, and still demolished this warg. That's funny. I even survived one person going berserk on a centipede there. I'd like to point that out and be a little proud. Because honestly, I should have died. That panther got real bad frostbite. I can't wait till this psychic drone finishes. It's lasted... Oh, there it goes, finally. It's gonna ease up on my colonists a bit, because that was definitely pissing them off. I have a bunch of construction projects that I want done, so I'm gonna start prioritizing it. So I just have holes in my base at this point that I need to patch and fill. Oh, another raid. And they're sappers. Shite. Alright, so they're sappers, but they only have 2 grenadiers. But they have some pretty good long-range weapons. They have 2 survival rifles, a sniper rifle, bunch of meleeers. And they're sappers, so it's actually good that I haven't replaced those doors, because they'd waltz right through them. Anyway. Alright, you 3, time to get in the base. And pretty much everyone saps here. I don't know why, but they do. Animals. Back into refuge, I guess? Oh, come on, it's open! Ah, you jerks. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to engage the sappers because they're ahead of the pack before they get to my walls. I might take some survival rifle shots, but I don't want them blasting their way in again. So I want to take down those sappers fast. You know, if 50 fucking arrows wouldn't miss. Ridiculous. Alright, so Duncan is chasing me. Well, I'm good at friendly fire, I guess. I think it's the only thing I've hit. I think I dinked Duncan a little bit. Twice, I guess. Then got Palooza in a friendly fire scenario. Alright, Viho. I'm gonna send you back out. Who's my best shooters? Let's see. Viho and Dan, I guess. Do you even know what you're trying to grenadier? Oh, they're cutting through. Okay, fine. So be it. Yeah, blow each other up. Coming this way. Trying to figure out who my best shooters are so I can put only the good ones up. To kind of take pot shots and dip. Viho and Dan are making pretty good progress over there. I'm going to add more people to the mix. Oh, but I'm going to add them this way. Alright, come on, get Warner. Murder him. That's non-fatal. Viho and Dan are doing a wonderful job up there murdering everyone. as you can see. Oh, I wasn't looking. Maestro, you're okay. Have you rest. Alright, they opened a hole, so I'm going to need to fall back. They're going after Maestro. Alright, let's go help them. And they are now fleeing. I've downed enough of them. Alright, there's no exit over here, so I don't know where Rena's gonna go. But I have some more prisoners. Or potential prisoners. So let's lift that ban. Alright, let's see. Duncan, you suck. You suck also. You are good. Warner. Anna's stats? Which Anna? That dead one? Rena? Stuart, I wanted you. Capture you as well. It's minimal damage. They broke a bed, I guess. Oh, up here? There's this. Missed every shot. Yeah, trigger happy, which didn't help, and 4-star shooter. It wasn't a lot of good shooters in this bit. 9 was the highest. I mean, I'm surprised Viho did as well as he did, to be honest, but they cut this group up, like, enormously. Just slayed them. It was actually pretty impressive. Viho's a monster. It's really what it comes down to. Alright, could you not break my doors, jackasses? Because they're airlocked. You're only going to have to break another one. Jackasses. Alright. One's down. I don't even think I'm going to consider recruiting someone named Isis. Because, fuck that name. I feel bad for all the Isises of the world. They did nothing wrong. They just got named poorly. Megatherium. Refused to call the Megasloths. Alright, so there we go. We have 2 new prisoners. One's easy to recruit, one's hard to recruit. So let's get some furniture. Replacement beds and the like. Oh, where's Nanit? There you are. Alright, Beluso. Oh, okay, not Glitter World. Come on. Be serious now. Getting all patched up. Who is Tattered Apparel? Maestro? Well, that's because he's unconscious and can't take it off. Alright, let's give him beds. do have a gaping hole in the base, so let's patch that as somewhat of a higher priority. You know, they've sent a lot of sappers, and I haven't lost anyone to sappers. I mean, I'm surprised Maestro didn't get more hurt, considering he had a grenade basically go off in his face. But I've been doing pretty good against these sapper raids, even though I don't really have a good defense against sappers. What really angered me is when, like, all 9 people let arrows fly at the one sapper, and he took, like, an arrow. Like a single arrow. Like a 1 out of 9 hit. It's like, oh, come on. You can do a lot better than that. Alright, so who's my best constructor? It was Dan still? Chili? Chili, I guess? Alright, Chili, let's make some beds. Where are you, Chili? Jesus. Poor bed. Alright, let's deconstruct that one. So, now that things are a bit more stable, I think I'm going to call this stream quits. I didn't want to end on a cliffhanger with a raid incoming, but yeah, we did pretty well. We've added to our numbers. We've got Faye, Maestro, we've got 5 prisoners that eventually one day will join us, or die, I guess. We're expanding some drug territory, or something, I don't even know what I'm going to use that for. And we have replenished a considerable number of our animals. You know, so we have 4 Muffalo for hauling, almost all fully trained. We've got 4 new grizzly bears. We've got some new wolves. So I hope to be able to stream more often. I might be able to get a stream in Friday afternoon, sort of European stream time. But if not then definitely sometime next week, and I will post that as soon as I know. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback of any sort, I'm going to hang around in the live dash or in the stream here to answer text questions. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please drop me a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Adios.